Hello, my name is Thomas Stazyk. I moved to New Zealand from the US in 2001, and I'd like to tell you about my novel Identities. Identities was published in 2012, and with what's going on in New Zealand and the world today, its message gives people something to think about. It's a satire on materialism and consumerism and corporate life, but as the name implies, it's also a discussion of the artificial identities we create around our jobs, our careers, our aspirations, and our possessions, and what happens to people when those artificial identities are destroyed by outside forces beyond their control. I'd like to read you from chapter 6, where the main character, Dave, who has lost his job as executive in a telecommunications company, is on vacation with his family to sort things out, and he's walking along with his youngest son, who wants to be an actor but has been unable to land any roles and is working as a waiter, and was constantly comparing himself to his older brother Jim, who is a successful Wall Street executive. They got back from dinner, and Alex and Dave decided to go for a walk on the beach. You see, Dave, that's the problem. What's that? I know you think I'm a wastrel and all that because I haven't settled down and become a lawyer or a doctor, but when I look at Jim, I get really scared. Scared of what? That I will become like him. Doesn't he ever lighten up? Some people would say that his drive makes him admirable. Well, I think it makes him an asshole. You and Mom aren't like that, and you both have a lot more to show than he does. Dave didn't respond. I just have a problem with his worldview. He thinks he's so wonderful, but it's not because he's a good person or talented or any of the things you should be thankful for. He thinks he's wonderful because he gets 40 emails a day, and because he has a Blueberry or a Blackberry or a Dingleberry or an Android or a hemorrhoid or whatever, and he flies first class and has a so-called glamorous job. That's just wrong. Why do you say that? Asked Dave. Today he's on top of the world, yeah, now. But what if he loses his job? His job is who he is. He'd be shattered. If he lost his job, he'd cease to have an identity. He has defined himself according to his job, and it's something he has no control over. It's dangerous. They walked along in silence. Dave absorbed what Alex said about Jim's identity being tied up with his job. Alex was right about Jim, but Dave realized that what Alex was saying applied equally to him. Dave still wouldn't admit how badly his self-esteem was suffering as a result of being let go by Technicom. It was like being told he didn't have what it took to succeed, that he'd somehow failed, and that the really good people were still there, calling the shots and making the big money. Sometimes he felt as if something essential had been taken away from him, and what gave them the right to do that? His sense of having been wronged welled up at the smallest reminder of what they'd done to him. Maybe deep down he still felt that money and status were the most important things in life, and once you had them you were better than the people who didn't, because now some days he felt as if those people who were still at Technicom were better than he. If he was as good, he'd still be one of them. The book is available from Amazon in hard copy or Kindle or ebook. It's also available from Book Depository and in the Auckland, Wellington, and Christchurch libraries. I hope you enjoy it, and all the best. Thank you.